Hello, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Polaris. Well, map number one, it was a marathon. A marathon, to say the least. 6 OTs we ended up having there. 1917 it finished. It went the distance, it's safe to say. But it's XL who come out on top on their opponent's map pick. Now we go on towards Split. The pick of XL and KOVA, they've got their backs against the wall. My name's Nick, I jumped the love of the MP. And MP, I mean, what a game that was.
Yeah, I mean, it's glad to be back, but back with this kind of game. 6 OTs, that is insane. And the finish, how it ended, it couldn't have been better, I think. I mean, obviously, if KOVA won, well, you can see from the Finnish flag, I'm kind of biased here sometimes, but still, nonetheless, XL, wonderful, like statement right there. Winning KOVA's map pick, that was so close though. And PATITEK, he was like, yeah, I'm not about to be dissed. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be the one who clutches this out. And that was insane. 1 versus 4, 30 HP against Vicious, and somehow he's able to get that double dink with the Phantom. I don't know how.
Yeah, it's insane, right? I mean, kind of when he was having a bit of a slow game, he steps up when he was needed. And that's kind of what matters, right? When he was they needed an individual to step up to clutch things out and kind of finally finish that marathon. That's where PATITEK comes alive. Now we go on towards Split. And I think this is where things become uncomfortable for KOVA. I think it's probably one way to put it, because they've lost their own map pick. And now on top of it, they go into Split, which XL is so good on.
Yeah, I mean, obviously KOVA is really decent on Split as well. They won against Finest, London Esports, and who cares? They have 3-0 record in the past 3 months, but then you go to XL's side. Yeah, that 3-0 record isn't going to be looking good. XL, they have 7-0. They have beaten teams like Alliance, Human Tripwires, Sector 1, even 10-star on the last season. So, yeah, XL, they have a really, really good looking Split. Obviously, they have played the Split on week 1 and week 3. On the other side, KOVA has played this on week 3 only, so maybe there's more stuff to gather from KOVA's side. Maybe they can see how XL plays that map, and that could be an advantage, but still, I think XL is just so strong on that map, and KOVA, they have to bring a different type of game right there. They have that double controller composition in that map, which is really interesting. That could throw XL a little bit off, but I think XL knows exactly how KOVA is going to play with that, and it's going to be tough for KOVA.
Yeah, I think, kind of, we've seen a couple of variations of KOVA's composition, but coming in towards it, I feel like XL going to have a pretty good idea, right? I mean, we've kind of seen what KOVA can bring to the table in terms of their compositions, and XL, they're going to be all too prepared for this. I think they were expecting this Split pick to come through, and that's kind of the problems when you have instabans. Same thing we said for kind of a bind, but for KOVA's Icebox. We know each and every time that KOVA are always going to ban Icebox. It's an industry standard. It's what they always go for. And while that's great because it means that they don't get their weakness coming into the map pool, it also is kind of a benefit in the other side because it gives the opposition a free pick into whatever they want to go for. We'll take a look at the agent selects though, and I mean, for the most part, relatively similar. The only thing for me that potentially could be a difference maker is we see the Sage online for XL with Mo, and then on the other side, a Viper for Vicious.
Yeah, I love this, that how XL is going to play this map. That Chihuahua Reina. I was thinking whether it's gonna work when they switch element out of this composition, that whether they're gonna play with this Reina on Split anymore, but yeah, somehow Chihuahua just steps up on that line, and I love to see him going for this Reina once again. It's just really good, and you wouldn't think that it would fit Chihuahua that well because he's a Sentinel player, but somehow he makes it work. Also alive with the chamber. It's a really aggressive comp on the side of the XL.
I'm a fan. I'm a big fan, I have to say. But we get things underway. Map number 2, the pick of XL. They've got a map already under their belt. It's now a question of, can they take a second? It was a marathon for map number 1. And for KOVA as well, in terms of like just the morale, it's heartbreaking, isn't it? To lose in that sort of way when they had a good few opportunities to close it out and they failed to do so. Oh, I don't know. Their mental reset has to be really strong coming in towards this one. Let's take a look. Already XL starting on that attacking side. PATITEK going a little bit aggressive as well. But backing his way forward, spotting out information on 2. Grenades will come through. The canisters coming out as he wants to just try and force them off the angle. Still committing over. Parallel doesn't find a target. PATITEK good for the opener. Swinging as well. Foxy coming alive before the paint cans take him out. trying to bring things level if they can. Shed testing those waters. Does a significant amount of damage. Does need to be also careful, however. And they're committing over towards ramp. The wall will come online. Mo will be able to just fall away. Information gained as Mo just about falls away, but he's walking straight in towards the hands of Shed, who overextends and drops.
Look at Chihuahua's position already. In that heaven, there's no way. Ale and Jesmond knows this, and yeah, Chihuahua takes Ale out. Jesmond, the only one alive, 74 HP. Exo, they don't have to peek this. When PATITEK gets that first contact, oh, doesn't quite get peeked. They actually dies right here, and Jesmond might have a small chance, but Chihuahua is just too much with that blast back as well. I wonder if we're gonna see a replay from the kill that Foxy got. If we see, I think we can all agree that Foxy wasn't trying to kill. I think it was Vicious who he got the kill from. I think Foxy was like running or something, and he got a kill on the other guy. It was kind of funny looking, but Exo starting with a good pistol round on the attacking side, and this is what we were talking about. They struggled on the attacking side on Haven. Wonder if they're gonna struggle here. This pistol round is really good looking for Exo because you need this attacking side rounds.
It's actually mentioned as well about how kind of this is one of those maps that's generally quite formidably lent over towards that defender side, right? So kind of when you at times struggle on that attacking side and have a really weak performance, a deficit like that is very difficult to come back into. So to wait and see. Over towards KOVA, I mean, that buy not too great going towards round number 2, as we expected. Just the couple of upgraded pistols. Yasmin will just a little jiggle peek, slow up to come through. Great to follow suit as well, but nothing to be found for the moment. They're also cautious of that close angle, spray through the smoke as well. Not going to find too much, as Yasmin just replies to a little bit of his own.
They're going to fall back though. Go all the way mid. I think this is something that Excel predicts, that the rotations, they're going to come through already. 4 players in male. This is going to be a fast contact in mid.
Yeah, it is. There it is. PATITEK for double. Looking for more. It's Foxy who comes online. One of his own. Looking for another. As PATITEK's third. Leaves it all down to one man. Yasmin doesn't even get to get up the wire before he's sniped out of the air. It's a flawless round for XL. The firepower makes all the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And important kills for PATITEK that allows him to get so much closer for the showstopper. And this is one of the best things for like XL, for these teams, to get those multi-kills for the dualistic, or rather agents that matters. And you get these huge ultimates on the bonus round. It could be absolutely game-changing, because if you win that bonus round, if you win that third round, it's most likely going to be 4-0 after that. PATITEK obviously doesn't quite have that showstopper. One kill, maybe an orb, you would get that.
Oh, spot on. Absolutely. Full buy over towards KOVA. Testing the water towards mid again. Arle. Just tend to buy a guiding light. Good for 1, 2. Not quite the third, though. Chihuahua trade. Spike will be dropped in towards heaven, and this makes things uncomfortable. Will now be collected, as he can just try and fall away off the back of that flash, but as we stand, this is now in a situation where KOVA have the numbers advantage and the firepower advantage. Only one Vandal online for XL. The firepower ever so slightly slacking.
Yeah, absolutely, but the Vandal is on Chihuahua. Chihuahua, who was so confident on that last map. Also, on the Reyna, he can just find a kill, dismisses away. Right. It's spotted by Chessmon, but they don't know about other player shed in a really awkward position for Chihuahua. But this is a free kill. Doesn't even have to go for the dismiss. This allows them so much freedom. It's just almost putting Chihuahua here. Making so much space. Chihuahua. It's just going for that big garage could be really tough.
Yeah, I mean, look at this for Chihuahua as well. He might be able to catch one in transition. All he has to do is buy some time, right? It's all about kind of cutting off that transition. Vicious finds his target, though, alive. Needed to find something. Unfortunate to do so as well. And now the 2 versus 3. Spike will go down. They know the information on one. It's the other 2 where they're going to come from, which makes a difference. Chihuahua falls, and Vicious makes it a 3K. KOVA first round on the board for them. And similarly to map number 1, this one looking like it's quite an even affair.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that play from Vicious. He just leaves the side open. Doesn't matter if the side gets taken, because it's better to have that control of the garage. Better to get that flank maybe out of the way. Maybe even get multi-kill right there. And somehow Vicious is able to kill Chihuahua and Foxy right there as well. Doesn't need to wait for the teammates. That could have been really risky, because Chihuahua already gathering 5 kills. Having that rifle, being able to dismiss us away as well, would be so dangerous, but it's just faster this time.
Now is the true test, though, isn't it? This is the one that actually matters. It's that full buy coming up from both sides, and the full buy rounds is where we can start to get an idea of how these two actually do play, right? I mean, of course, you can essentially chip that previous round up to a bonus. So, you know, a little bit of economical damage caused by XL, but it was always meant to go in favor of KOVA. Trailblazer in towards mid, won't find too much, barely spotting out any information. Wall will come up as well. RLA just sort of toying with it. Not going to find too much. Slower tempo by XL with a full buy in their hands, and we've seen previously how good they can be on their full buys. This could be the start of a good period of momentum.
Yeah, XL, they're going to have some struggle getting this mid because there's so much utility. Obviously, there's no Sage. What's that first pick? It's traded instantly after that. That's a soul stopper. And Ale.
Uh-oh.
Gets away.
Doesn't connect. Showstopper wasted. Seekers to come out as well, try and find something, and going on a long journey. And not too successful for Mo as he's dropped immediately. Yasmin will be traded out at the very least. Spike collected now in 1 versus 2. We've seen brilliant clutches before, like PATITEK previously. Can Alive have one of his own? Spike will go down, and he might just be able to get it down before Ale peaks. Needs to be careful though. We'll have that look in towards heaven. It's all about timing. As they're going 1 by 1, he's going to be able to wrap back over towards Ram. This could work brilliantly in his favor. He might just get the time. He might just get the drop.
So good for Ale. He gets the first kill, and he does. Ale with 43 HP. That's 2 bullets needed.
It's doable. Very doable. Depends where Ale peaks from. He's going to go for that lower. Oh, Alive's played that to perfection. That's genius. Isolating the fight so brilliantly, waiting for the opportunities, and he was aware of where that flank could come from. I mean, textbook stuff from him.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is perfect timing. Alive, exactly, knows around where KOVA is, knows that he can plant for heaven and maybe get that timing all the way to A main, and he absolutely does. There's no chance Alan Vicious is gonna know where Alive is. Usually you're gonna think maybe Hell, maybe Elbow, could be even Side. Sure, they clear Hell, clear anything close with that guiding light. Alive doesn't get a song with that. He's so far behind and is able to surprise Vicious. Also, and it's Ale left with 33 HP. Alive doesn't miss with those. Doesn't miss. 3 rounds to XL. Already huge start on the attacking side for XL.
So far, so good. I mean, what we've seen is that XL on their attacking side had the right idea. I mean, it came down to a clutch and a necessary one all the same, but now for KOVA, not much of an investment. We see Yesmond with a Spectre, supported by some Sheriffs, a Shorty coming out for Vicious, which could cause an issue or two, but here's where it would. They walk straight into danger. PATITEK, that's an unfortunate way to fall. Arley will just test those water. Guarding Light to come through. Wall in his face, though, denies that presence. Something's got a Vandal now to work with and could cause a problem, but unfortunately, Foxy will come alive. Dropping in, Shed 1, looking for 2, won't be able to connect on the second time of asking. Still Vicious is in towards that backside with a Shorty in hand. He might be able to deny that spike going down. Shorty close and personal, and he does exactly that.
Those going back and forth. 2 versus 2. Both KOVA players have those rifles. They have the Viper Spit available as well. That could reach all the way to the side, even though if they would use it from CT, but manage maybe sneak through.
Last player standing.
Oh, Foxy, that's brilliant. That's nice. It's a nice trade. I think they just played the numbers there. It was kind of comfortable from XL. It's all about teamwork, right? In terms of crossfire to secure that site. And it's a really sort of textbook round from them. Waited for the opportunity and then just played the trade game. They could kind of expend 1 rifle to get the round in their favor. What we do see now, MP, a 3-round lead.
Yeah, absolutely. That 3-round lead is kind of expected when we saw KOVA going for like half buy on this round. They didn't have that economy, and KOVA actually getting good value on that round. 4 rifles taken out of XL's hands. Sure, XL has the Tour de Force, and from that they can buy all 4 rifles for the other teammates as well. But KOVA have that chance of striking here. Viper Spit invested in mid. I think XL, they knew exactly that this is gonna happen. They go into B side quite quickly, and Foxy. Another one.
No way is Foxy get that transfer on towards heaven. That's brilliant. Wall will come right in Yesman's face, but slow orb to support it. Spam coming through as well. Shed will be tagged down. Tour de Force at range, coming alive as expected. That's stunning. And what a takeover towards this B site here from XL. This is the exact way to execute with aggression, brilliant utility. I look at the calls we made, MP. They're just going for the full save.
Yeah, absolutely. And then micro play from Foxy. There was no chance they were gonna hit right there. They were gonna wait a little bit when the Viper wall is gonna be lower in terms of health. When the Viper doesn't have that much of toxins. But Foxy, here's that Trailblazer going off. He's like, okay, I actually have a chance to get this first kill right here. And he gets it. He also gets Vicious on the second kill on Heaven. That is just beautiful micro play from Foxy. Like I said, there was no chance they were about to go in right there and there. But Foxy finds a good opportunity, and that is perfect. Finds 2 picks from that.
Oh, the save call had to be made there. I mean, XL potentially could have gone hunting. I mean, they have some long-term economy to work with, so they could have made things even more uncomfortable for KOVA, but I mean, there was no need in the end of the day. And what we do see now is quite a significant lead start to be built up by XL on their attacking side, which if we cast our minds back to map number 1 was kind of their weakest side. They only picked up 5 rounds in the whole half in regulation, and they've already hit it now.
Yeah, I wonder if this is gonna be the sprint. Last game, it was a marathon. I wonder if it's gonna be the sprint. Foxy somehow finds... How does he even find Shed right there? In Viper Snakebite, there's 2 players shooting. Somehow Fox is able to find Shed. Sure, that's the controller. The smoke's gone from XL, and the heavy pressure is on from KOVA in B Garage. XL could still be able to find some picks from here. They just need to be patient.
Once again, the cannons come through. Vicious taking quite a significant amount of damage, and he will fall. Chihuahua and PATITEK one apiece, and they're going to find one more. Ole traded out immediately, leaves Sutma. Down to 1 versus 4, and a difficult one to say the least. Trying to just put a pixel above that wall, but he won't be given even the time of day. Alive is testing those waters. Will pay the price for the overextension, as Sutma makes it 2. All they had to do was play the trade game, and now they've made this very difficult for themselves. Teleport will come through, and Sutma pays the price for exactly that decision. But even still, the fact that he finds 2 is something.
Yeah, XL kind of overextended right there. I think that's one of the plays that you're like, okay, we're leading so much, we're getting these picks. We have confidence, so we want to pick this. And all of a sudden, those rounds, they could crumble. Sutma going for a really ambitious play right there. He's like, okay, both of the players. Ooh, nice little zoom there. I like that. Thanks for anyone who did that in the production team. That was actually a clean one. But yeah, Sutma going for that ambitious place, but doesn't quite get that pick right there.
Oh, now, up close and personal. Sutma looking to try and utilize this judge. He is now giving away the ruse of where he is. No smoke in his face. He wants to be on the other side of it. He's denying this presence single-handedly. This judge at this sort of range is only going one way. So, holds, waits. Looking for a bit of aggression. Won't be giving it though. It's still very, very slow. And XL don't need to do anything too overzealous. They've had so much success thus far that they can just play that slow tempo. They know that the buy is not going to be great. Oh, that's unfortunate for Sutma. He had a really nice idea just playing around that smoke, and all it took was a little bit of spam all they threw it. Now Ale coming in to double it down. The question is, what can he find? Only got a Spectre to work with. And he walks in towards the smoke. He's going to be met with one thing. Ale, good for first though. Chihuahua will fall. Guarding lighter as well allows him just to fall away. The numbers are still even. It's a 3 versus 3. KOVA are making this uncomfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. XL obviously having the better buy right here, and Vicious going for aggressive push. This could be really good, but XL, they are not going to go for the time. Actually finds first. Foxy doesn't get the trade.
How is he alive? Behind him, Foxy. Nice teleport coming through from him. Great on towards the side. That might try the spike. And it will actually, for the time being, just over 15 seconds on the clock for them to work with, and they will actually finally be able to get it down. Just about, to say the least, but down nonetheless. Now it's 2 versus 2. KOVA upgraded to the double Vandal setup. At range, though, blast about to come through. Showstopper online as well. Will connect with some damage and a kill on towards Foxy. One man with a big task ahead of him, that of Alive. They could even potentially just stick this. They're looking for it. Ale at range. What a round. KOVA with a nothing investment. A Judge and a Spectre. They've come out on top to find a second round. MP, how has that happened?
Yeah, I think that was all about XL going a little one by one. Right there, Ale finds the pick in A lobby. I think it was Alive who was already backed off. Vicious able to find PATITEK right there as well. Yeah, sure, Foxy. Ambitious play. It works. And also, the thing that was so crucial was Ale finding Seekers, getting that orb in A. So they're allowed to have those 2 ultimates into this round. The Showstopper, the Seekers, and KOVA. They actually find their second round. Maybe it's time for them to change the curse. Maybe they are able to pick some rounds. Exo getting some good control in the garage. I don't think they want to make those mistakes again.
Well, still, for XL, they've got that economy on board for them. Say for KOVA, and in a round where they really shouldn't have even scraped the surface, for them to come out on top with just a couple of sheriffs, a judge and a spectre is something. Shed range, nice angle from him. Good for one. Showstopper online with PATITEK. What can he find? Answer is not too much. Doesn't quite find a target. Or so I say. Shed will fall. Vicious the Showstopper. Now they can find that entries over towards the site, but it's backside they need to worry about. Vicious is posted up. It's a 1-for-1 trade. Vicious one more. Looking for 2. Will connect. As it leaves alive, all alone. 1 versus 3. A mountain to climb. A tall order. Not impossible. Is improbable. Will be dropped down. I think that sound cue has been heard. Maybe not. Arley will fall. 1 versus 2. Isolation of fights is necessity, but he doesn't expect something behind.
KOVA maybe starting to get that momentum. That round, that second round was so important from them. Now they find a third one. And also, EXO, look at the economy. They have won 4 rounds in a row. Then they lose 2 and their economy is in the dirt. That's how close few of these rounds have been. EXO, they have to go for the time. I'm pretty sure it was EXO's timeout right here. They have to think how they're going to invest into this round. They can get 4 rifles easy peasy. Who's going to go for the half shields? Is it Alive? Is it Mo? Maybe Bulldog full shield? Something like this. And EXO, I love this. They know that they've been a little bit reckless right here. They know that they've been maybe too aggressive. Actually, kind of gifting the round for KOVA, the second round. Almost giving a round for Sapma as well. Giving some few free kills right there. And they just want to pull the lever. They're like, okay, no more of this. Let's go. Let's play our own game as a team. And that's how we win. Also, 6 rounds for EXO is already great in attacking side.
Yeah, I gotta say, you know, a 6-round attacking side, even if that's all they find, it's really not the end of the world, right? I think it's actually a very solid performance, and you'd expect Excel to find at least 1 more in what we have left of the kind of these last 3 rounds. So I don't know. I don't think it's too bad of a performance. They sort of start to slightly dwindle towards the middle to kind of late part of this first half, but either way, I don't think it's too bad of a start. I think KOVA, that mental reset hadn't quite come into fruition just yet, and they were kind of slow to start into this game. Now they're coming alive, and speaking of, he finds an opener. Vicious will fall, pays the price. Weapon to be collected as well. Not the end of the world. Can be dropped across. He still does have the headhunter online. So far, so good. Not the worst of positions. Swinging his way forward. Arley needs to be careful. Could be overextended. Oh no. That's been spotted. Gunlight's coming, but they walk straight towards a crossfire. Alive for a second. Trying to find 1 more. Mo's got aggressive in towards heaven. And Shed just gets caught in transition. Down to just 2. And KOVA, their numbers are dwindling.
Yeah, it seems like Yasmund is already going for that save. Sapma maybe trying to find those free kills that Excel have been giving earlier. This time though, they're holding it really, really well. Excel doesn't want to give anything. They know the economy isn't great. They want to save these rifles. And I don't think they're going to go hunt for this. Oh, never mind. They're going to go for it. Look at those. Instantly when they hear the rotations, they're like, let's go for the rifles. They don't want to leave KOVA with these guns. And look at how Excel is playing. The duo paired up. I love this. They're not going as a solo. Using the buddy system, as Moxie would call it. And Sapma, oh no.
No, it's not looking good, MP. Down to 18 points of HP. They may have even known that they tagged him. They do. Foxy, 0-2 away. 1 man. All alone. 1 versus 5. I think it's safe to say he's not going to find too much. What do you say alive? 5, 4, 3. Do they check it? Foxy does, but he pays the price for it. No trade to come through, so he just about survives with that rifle in hand for Yesmond, but a really nice hunt. XL find the 7th that we were asking from them, so they guarantee a lead going in towards that next half. I think it's a question of, can they find anything more?
Yeah, getting that rifle out of Sopma's hands forces him to go with that judge. I mean, we have seen the judge being pretty crucial, pretty good in this matchup. It's gonna be tough for XL. If they go to this A side, look at the position of Sopma. He's perfect right now. XL, I think they're on their way to find some more.
Again, aggressive over towards Ram. We saw this in that pistol round to give them a bit of space. It took a bit of individual brilliance, but it worked all the same. Shadow double back over towards mid, though. Doesn't really want to overextend. Not a bad way to play it. Does need to be careful of the boom body in towards Wires. We'll just force him back in towards mid. Now, Chihuahua. He himself has managed to sneak all the way through heaven. They've got all that control, and now they can just hold. They know that rotation will come through Wires. They can play for the timing of it. Teleport will come through. Foxy in behind. I think Yesman's all too aware of this. Sopma's good to try and lock out a crossfire, but it's Shed who will fall first. XL are being consistent in that opening kill.
Yeah, they can split this side from CT and
Everywhere.
main.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And look at the position of PATITEK. Cancels all of the rotations out. But that's a really important pick from Sopma. Look at this.
Oh, stunning. That's brilliant. What a headshot that is. MP, this might be done. Or maybe not, in fact. I mean, 3 versus 3. Now the numbers do favour XL. But where do they go? They know that B site's open, but the spike's dropped. Left. How do they play this?
Yeah, Foxy. Kind of awkward position. Doesn't want to go through this. Doesn't want to reveal his own position, but Yesmund gets the kill. Gets traded. Now they kind of know where Vicious is. Now exactly. Position. 15 seconds.
Do here, swinging in. Spike goes down again. Now he has to play for the kill. Vicious all too aware about it. 13 points of HP. Spike gonna go down. Just enough time. Just about makes it down. Vicious 13 points of HP. Warden's face. Blast back drops to the 3 points of HP. And PATITEK just goes aggressive. Vicious realistically should have gone down to the blast back, but bullets do all the same.
Yeah, PATITEK waits like a half a second right there. The blast back does more damage, but doesn't. Once it blasts it away, goes through the wall, gets that kill as well, and XL 8-3 lead. That's 5 rounds. And that is really huge for XL. On the attacking side, yeah, sure, they have the double duelist chamber composition. Could be tough for the defending side, and it's really good that XL is finding these attacking rounds, but still, XL, they have shown time and time again that they can absolutely play defending side with this double duelist composition as well.
PATITEK. Can take a step away. He was tempted to go aggressive, but now they can just let that tempo down. Trailblazer will come through, spreading out a bit of information. So at the very least, it's something for KOVA to work with in the final round of this half. 8 rounds. What XL have collected, looking for 9. Ollie, that's an aggressive peak. Might pay the price for it. He's going to take a step away. Sheriff in hand, not much of an investment for KOVA to work with. But MP, we could potentially get that 9-3 curse.
Yeah, I think right here XL is like, okay, let's give them the 1 round. We don't want that 9-3 curse. Probably not. Alive. Trying to go for those aggressive picks. He sees Shed. Doesn't quite connect. That's so close. Shed gets taken out there. I think right now XL, they might have a hunch that there could be a good stack. Yes, someone with a good camera right here. Gets good information. I think target might be maybe a fake even. They don't know about the camera yet.
30 seconds
All
left.
the moment anyway. Needs to come through. So bit of damage dealt. Judge that sort of rage only finishing one way. Mo will fall, but trade comes through. 20 seconds to work with, and XL still really haven't made a decision. It looks like they're doubling back over towards the A side. They got 1 man to clear, but Summer's going to be a tough one. Swinging in, Chihuahua. Lightning fast, running and gunning, and it works. Live one more, looking for another. Chihuahua's 3k online. Vicious, 1 versus 4. Spike planted, Judge in hand, and the Sheriff. I think this one may be done. He is making it expensive. Now can switch things back out to a Vandal. But a 1 versus 3 to deny XL finding 9 in this first half is a mammoth task, and one which he won't be able to convert. 9-3 is where we stand at the half. What a performance.
Yeah, I still kind of hate that round. I hate how XL runs down the clock. It's so close that they're not able to find that site. I think it was 6 seconds when PATITEK was on the side. If Sapma is able to get 1 kill, maybe even 2, I think that 1 kill might have been enough to delay that spike plant, delay PATITEK to get onto that side. And you heard him. He had to use those blast packs to get onto the side. It was so tough, but Excel still able to find that 9th round. It's really good on the attacking half. Now, all KOVA has left, they have to find this pistol round and maybe then make some miracles. But it's gonna be really tough. As we were talking about, this defending side is so much easier than the attacking side on split.
No, agreed. Exactly that. I mean, Excel have such a big advantage here. Swinging in, Chihuahua. Damage dealt, but not the frag. That's what he was looking for. Won't be able to find it now. Makes things a little bit uncomfortable, especially with Foxy falling in exactly the same fashion. What was a really good pistol round previously from Excel, now not looking so hot. They're down to just 3. It's alive with the Headhunter. Going in close and personal. He's going to clear that close position, but it's here to the right where he'll be tested, swinging in, looking for anything. Won't find it. Frenzy, just that tad better. Guiding light as well. Gives her the entry over towards the A side, and this is a really clean pistol round. KOVA look more or less untested.
Yeah, maybe this is all KOVA need. Maybe they just need 5 players in the same place, going for this attacking side. It's just gets taken out. Maybe there's a chance for Excel. It's really far-fetched, I think. But Excel, they have shown that they can do this situation.
Oh, that's unfortunate. No turn at the worst time. PATITEK will find a second. Might be already. Oh, hang on. What is that?
He's been in this position before. Right before this matchup.
He's converted a 1 versus 4. Can he make it a 1 versus 5? No way. Oh, he gets 4. Unable to make it the ace. PATITEK, that was nearly somehow a 1-up from the previous unreal clutch. Finds 4 out of 5, but it's not quite enough to close things out. KOVA, pick up a pistol.
I don't know how he does that. I
brilliant.
Don't know. That flick on heaven. That was unreal. 4 players, that is just too much. Or 5 players, rather, it's too much. PATITEK needs to teammate to get that 1 kill. Oh my
god.
And the nade. Follow up on the shed. Ale. Thankfully for KOVA is there the trade. And it's so close. Too close to count for it.
No, they were definitely too close to come for. I mean, now firepower makes all the difference for KOVA. This is more around for XL about trying to make things expensive if they can. The buy isn't too favourable for them. As I slowly dissipate as well, PATITEK does need to be careful. He's taking some considerable damage already, down to 56. Just a couple of tags through the smoke is enough. He now needs to be oh so cautious for KOVA. Nice and spaced out. Nice and cautionary, as they're just not overextending. It's probably the smart way to play it. They can start too.
Oh, PATITEK. Just going for that swing onto Jesmond. Wants to get that trade. And he does. He gets good control of B main as well. Alive. Has to go crazy right now. Gets that first pick. Oh, actually, he has the TP in a good position. Can TP away. Chihuahua on side. That's the Reina. You can dismiss away when you get a kill.
Okay, hang on. Tapping away, unfortunate. Nice idea. No execution not there. 1. Now it's turned its tide. She's trying to get that spike down. Won't be given a chance to. It's a live 3K. XL with a nothing buy. More or less a nothing buy. Just a couple of sheriffs, a headhunter online. And they find double digits. Now it's a 6-round lead. That's once again XL. I've got such a gap to work with that there's just no pressure on their shoulders.
Yeah, absolutely. I was so sure that Chihuahua is going to be the one that is going to make the difference in this round. He's going to get all of those picks, but doesn't quite connect anywhere. But still, Excel just brute forces themselves onto that side with those serfs, with the headhunter. And I think it was 3 serfs invested, 1 headhunter. Somehow Excel has converted that round to themselves. KOVA, they have to eat though. It's most likely going to be 11-4. It's going to be 1 away from match point.
It's a really brutal situation for them to be in. Spamming coming through as well. PATITEK will take a step away now. Walking straight in towards Chihuahua. Good for 1. Teleport to come through. Might just get the drop. Sopmat not able to connect alive. Again with that headhunter causing issues. This time Foxy comes alive too. Looking for 2. Won't quite find as Ale trades. Alive will come in for support. A gap in his face though. Let's make things not exactly the easiest. Tapping away. There's a sheriff on the floor if he wants to pick it up to support his headhunter rather than that classic. But a slow orb will deny that cross. Spike is still down as well, so needs to be collected, trying to get the wrong time, but Ole doesn't quite hit the target. Vicious all alone, and he won't be able to do too much. Chihuahua, comfortable, clean, 11. It's as you expected, MP.
Yeah, and Exo, I love how they played that. PATITEK is so low that he doesn't overextend. Somehow, or sometimes we see this. They want to overextend for that kill, but he waits for that contact on the side. Right now, KOVA, they really have to win this round. They have to. They have no ultimates to support this. Ale, one off of those Seekers. But look at on the other side, PATITEK has that showstopper. Yeah, there's 3 Spectres. This Operator, showstopper. It's going to be really, really tough for EXO or KOVA to win this round, even though they have the gun advantage.
A live good start for him as well. Shed again. Slightly aggressive in his nature. He's trying to kind of force an opening, and he's paying the price quite consistently for that. Overextends, and that's where kind of these opportunities are starting to arrive for XL to hit themselves that open. And now, of course, with 3 Spectres online, XL could find themselves to an upgraded weapon. PATITEK is still just taking a couple of pop shots at range of the Sheriff. Of course, Spectre isn't the greatest at range, so not a bad decision. Last packs to come through. Showstopper online. It's a 1-for-1 trade. It's enough to keep the man advantage. That's all they needed. That's brilliant.
Yeah, PATITEK is really happy with that. Even though he dies right there, he knows that they keep the advantage. They get one more rifle out of KOVA. Chihuahua, in a kind of awkward position right here. Has support of mode. Might get pinched when Supma starts to push from Wentz.
Oh, I do like that though from Chihuahua. Another kill to his name. He's been so consistently impressive, may I say, as Supma's going for the flank. A guiding light will come through. Paranoia as well being tested. This time Chihuahua fails, unfortunately, as Supma will find another kill. They're still committing over towards the A site, and Mo actually can just take a step away. There's 15 seconds on the clock for them to work with a slow orb in their face. They might not even be able to get that spike down, as time is becoming their worst enemy. They're walking straight in towards the crossfire, and it's Mo 40 for a double for XL to find 12 map and series points.
I just love how XL is coming into this matchup. They're winning all of those duels. They are not making a lot of mistakes right here. And this Chihuahua knows exactly that he might be getting pinched. He has to duel one of the positions. He spots Vicious right there. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna get this. Vicious is gonna peek right there. He's not gonna know that I'm gonna be wide. He actually gets that kill, gets that good position as well. Sure, gets raided away after that as well, but that's XL with 12 rounds. I love how they look right now compared to that Haven. It was a struggle. Like I said, Haven might have been a marathon. This is the sprint for XL.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a complete kind of polar opposite performance from what we saw previously. I mean, we saw kind of it go to 6 OTs, 1917. It was, you know, as long as it could have got. We were pushing for the record there. Now, in the other way, 12-4. It's so close to close this one out. The all-elusive 13, they're knocking on the door of it. And KOVA not really got the best of eyes. Paranoid to come through. It's a double in towards Miz. Chihuahua trades out Supma. That's stunning. The Seekers come alive, but to more or less no avail. Ole, though, good for one of his own. Brings those numbers back level as they're still testing the waters of both A and B. Ole, another to his name, but it's Chihuahua for a double. Call this Crufts, because he's putting on a show. It is left down to just one man, Vicious, in a 1 versus 2 with just a Spectre MP. I think this might be done.
Yeah, Vicious. He's a really strong player
30 seconds
against Mo and Chihuahua with just a Bulldog. Chihuahua versus Bulldog. I've seen this one before.
The battle of the woofers. Who comes out on top? RAZE tapping away. Doesn't quite find Chihuahua's head, in fact. And of course gives away the ruse of where he is. Mo will find the final kill. An MP. Just like that. 13-4 XO. Take them up. And the series taking this one 2-0. And of course now they start to get oh so comfortable towards the top there. 3-1 their record. And what we had a marathon of a map number 1. Map number 2. Oh so quick.
Yeah, that was fairly easy. After they get those rounds in the attacking side, it was fairly early that we saw, like, okay, XL is most likely going to win this. After the 6-1, I think it was 6-1 scoreline where I was like, yeah, it's going to be really tough for KOVA. Even if KOVA would get those 6 rounds, it's going to be really tough. And Excel, they really showed their mastery of this map. Even though they have kind of unorthodox composition right here with the double duelist, not a lot of teams run it anymore. They have the Sage, they have the Chamber as well, Owen. They have this kind of fast-paced composition, really heavy for dueling and all that. But still, they managed to win this map, which is, I think, really heavily favored on utility as well.
No, exactly that. I think it was kind of one of those things that once that gap had started to be built up so much by a really solid attacking side performance from Excel, it was just that question of too little too late, right? Where unfortunately for KOVA to get back into it would have taken something incredibly special, like for example that 4K from PATITEK, but unfortunately they just didn't have it in the locker, and it was a question of too little too late because they just could not close that gap and, you know, chip away that deficit.
Yeah, absolutely. There was just no chance KOVA who was gonna get back into this game. I think all of it comes, or a lot of it comes down to the Haven as well, how it ended, how PATITEK was able to get that huge clutch and the momentum for Excel onto that split. I think that plays a huge part into that, and that is something that we don't really see. Maybe on the surface, we don't see that momentum building up from the previous map. And you saw, I mean, PATITEK, he actually he at least built up that momentum with 90 kills on this map with 17 rounds played.
Yeah, I had 2.7 KDA, 302 ACS. I mean, that is a performance for the books there from PATITEK. It's a stunner. Really, really well played from him. I mean, he was one of those consistent fraggers, and of course, had the moments of brilliance where, you know, we look back to that 4K where he potentially pulled off an ace clutch of 1 versus 5. I mean, he just has the ability to step up when needed, and that's of course what we needed from him individually. 19 kills, and that 2.7 KDA. Really, really well played. Arley as well, to be fair, not to shy away from him. On a losing side, we're only 4 rounds collected, 13 kills, 1.1 KDA, and 225 ACS. That's actually very respectable for only 4 rounds picked up.
Yeah, some of the things that I've been seeing from KOVA lately is Ale popping off more and more, especially when Shed doesn't quite get the kills that he wants to. Then Ale is usually the player that steps up. Also, there's like Jesmund Vicious. He was having a bad day today. He was, I think, was struggling. When we talk about Vicious, I've heard his name like 1.5 years ago. I think even from Bone Cold, he said this guy is a monster. He's going to be a really huge star. And yeah, Vicious is a really huge star for this roster, but he was struggling today. He doesn't quite get those kills that he wants as well. Doesn't get those entry duels, and it's really tough for KOVA when they don't get those entries. And I think that was tough. That was tough for them.
I think what we did see as well was, as you mentioned with the entry, there was consistently where XL would find that opening kill, but then they would take a step away. And it didn't matter whether they're on the attacking side or defending side, they were very good at kind of controlling the tempo and kind of dictating the pace of each and every round. And that was kind of that consistent factor for them, where KOVA unfortunately just couldn't find the gap in that armor, but basically, they couldn't kind of scratch the surface of XL, which was a very solid performance both on attacking and defending side, which is kind of a bit of a stark reality towards map number 1, where they were great on the defender side, but a little bit inconsistent on their attacking side.
Yeah, and I think one of the things as well, that when KOVA was able to find that first kill, they weren't able to escape that, and XL was always ready for the trades. You saw that buddy-buddy system that they had in few situations, and I love that for XL. They have really good setups. They know exactly what they're going to do when they go to a site. They know what people are going to be checking. Maybe PATITEK checking on site, Chihuahua Heaven, something like this. And it really shows when they played on the attacking side. They were really strong. Everyone knew their role, knew their position, and it worked. PATITEK, Chihuahua both popping off, those duelists just going crazy. And yeah, we were talking about a little bit on the other side, Shed with 6 kills, 16 deaths. Doesn't quite get those kills. No. 5 first deaths. It is really crucial when your duelist doesn't get those kills that he wants. So.
No, agreed. Well, speaking of PATITEK, we will be joined in an interview by him. We get to kind of pick the brains of our XL. So PATITEK, congratulations, mate. How you feeling? 2-0.
Thank you. Hello. Feeling pretty good. Just won a easy 2-game, 2-0. Just chilling, you know.
I mean, I love that. How were you feeling on that situation, on that 1 versus 4? Obviously, you got those 3 kills quite quickly, but then the 1 versus 1, how confident were you there? 30 HP, and somehow you find that kill.
To be honest, I didn't know that he was there. I just felt it, you know, like I just stand and I thought maybe after the stand he will come and push B, you know. That was my thought process. I just sat there and just hold and easy clutch, I guess.
I love it. What was the celebration like as well after that? I mean, it being a marathon of a game, 19-17 at that point, and you pull up a 1 versus 4. I'm assuming it was going kind of ballistic in the team speak.
Oh yeah, it was going ballistic. Maybe I will upload a Twitter clip of the reaction from the boys. So
Please do.
Maybe people will see. But yeah, it went ape. Everyone went ape.
Oh yeah, I would love to see that. And yeah, obviously there was some struggles closing it out. How confident were you feeling coming in the split? Obviously you had that momentum boost from that 1 versus 4. You kind of played for their emotions, and well, on split you looked unstoppable. I think it was beautiful. Was there something changed in the momentum? Were you feeling more confident in split rather than Haven because it's your map pick, or what was the situation that you were able to win so dominantly on split?
To be honest, I think it comes to like just liking split, and I think it's our best map because like we've just been undefeated since we've been playing from like since the beginning of the team. We've been undefeated on split, and I think with the Heaven, the thing is like we're still learning how to polish our things, you know, like the defaults and
Yeah.
all of that. So I think that plays a huge matter. Why like the games on Heaven are much closer than on split, because like on split we have a solid structure. On Heaven as well, but there are still some things that we need to work on to improve.
Yeah, exactly that. And of course, you know, for KOVA, they have caused upsets. You know, look to last week, they took down Finest. I don't think many people expected that because of how strong Finest can be. So, kind of, what was your preparation coming into this game?
To be honest, just like any other game, you know, like we just prepped like one screen before the game, like the brief of like their defaults and what they are doing and what to look out for, and that's pretty much it. Like just any other game.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's it from me. Do you have any other questions, Neo?
Well, I mean, what's the celebration going to be like now? 2-0, kind of a somewhat quickish day for you with game number 2. Any plans for the rest of the evening?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go off computer and chill with my boys, and I'm gonna enjoy the rest of the day.
Yeah, I love to see it. Well, mate, thank you very much for joining us. Congratulations once again. Go and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you. See ya.
Cheers, mate. Lovely stuff. I mean, you know, you can kind of see the confidence, and you can start to see as well that XL, they're getting comfortable. You know, with the couple of changes that were made to the squad, it was, you know, about asking questions of when they're going to be the XL that we know and love, that are so dominant and such a big name within Valorant, especially in this region. And now with that sort of performance, I think we're starting to see the XL from last season who are just so comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. And I always love the interview, PATITEK. He seems like having this good aura from him, good charisma. I just love the win after XL won the playoffs. That was one of the best moments of PATITEK. I think I feel like it's always a pleasure interviewing him. It's a good insight right there, but also like a really relaxed guy, and I love hearing that they're feeling confident right now. And well, that's exactly what they showed on split. They showed confidence, dominance against KOVA, and I was kind of surprised that it ended like how it ended, 13-4.
Yeah, I mean, one-sided as it gets, right? But that is game number 1 done and dusted here in Polaris. Of course, now we move our attention towards game number 2. It's Heat taking on Human Tripwires for game number 2. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we're going to do is we're going to throw this one to a quick break. When we are back, Heat versus Human Tripwires is up next. See you in a minute.